Hi, and welcome back. I want to take a few minutes today talking about my world of Anna Kadare. Now, I have read and I do read dystopian and fantasy fiction occasionally. It depends. It has to catch my interest, I'm sure, like everybody else. But it wasn't a genre I would have set out to read, or to write rather. Um, I'd always imagined writing a mystery or kind of thriller because I tend to look at those books first. But the invitation didn't turn out that way. In fact, the invitation turned out to have the elements of dystopian fiction. It is certainly not of this world, and it definitely has those darker elements that you find in dystopian fiction and as it's defined. Um, you discover those not particularly in the first few chapters, which was the original short story, but more as you go through. The elements of fantasy certainly appear later in the story. You don't discover those to start with, but they definitely appear later on in the book. I have to be honest, I didn't spend any time world building to begin with. And in fact, it was probably one of the last things I did um, in terms of pulling it all together. I created the places as I went along. I needed this place and I needed this character and I needed this element, so I put them in. But I didn't spend any time in thinking, what does the world look like to start with? That piece came much later on, and it was right after I'd finished the book and I was starting to edit that I created a map, because I thought I really need to look at this and I need to make sure if you're going on a journey, you've got your places and it makes sense and you've described the things consistently. Then I had my map. Then I did my world. And so that was really pulling the elements together, but I didn't create the world to start with. I know a lot of dystopian and fantasy fiction writers do. Nevertheless, I quite enjoyed the process and I'm quite pleased with the outcome. A little quick heads up, I am planning to do an audiobook. It has always been my plan to create an audiobook, which I will narrate, which when it's available will go also alongside the ebook and the paperback on Amazon. I haven't started it yet, so this is a heads up, it's coming, and I hope to get that done this year. Anyway, it's been nice talking to you. I will catch up again soon. Bye for now.